Let's go downstairs, and Jim Riggleman is talking about this 5-1 Nationals win over the Dodgers.
I think he just seemed very composed. You know, he was throwing his breaking ball, his sinker, and mixed in a couple changeups, I think. But basically, just didn't seem like there was any nervousness about what he was doing. He may have been feeling it, but he certainly didn't show it. That was pretty impressive for your major league debut.
How was his Pudge?
Pudge is all right. Early in the game, he indicated to the trainer that his back was tightening up on him, and that last at bat that he had, I just watching him after he hit first base, I felt like he looks a little tender. So I checked with him, and he said, "Yeah, it's pretty tight." So we got him out of there. I think it's just going to be a day, and we'll get him back in there.
So you mean probably have Nieves?
Yeah, Nieves will catch tomorrow. That was going to be the case anyway.
What was the explanation you got on the play with Willie in the 8th?
Well, it was a force at home, and you know, I went out because I wasn't sure the catcher's foot was on the plate, and the catcher kind of swiped at the runner like he wasn't sure. So I was going to just argue that you know, maybe he wasn't on the plate, and the umpire Chris was ignoring me. You know, he was looking at, he wasn't going to talk with me because time was still in, because he was watching Jerry down there at first to see what was going on there. So I looked down there, and by then I'm not sure what happened. I think that Willie just vacated the base, and by rule, if you vacate the base, you give up your right to the base, and they can tag you out. So even though you're not in fair territory, you're in, you know, you're on the foul side. Once you go to the dugout, you're giving up your right to the base. And I assume, I haven't talked to Willie yet, I assume he thought maybe the first baseman tagged the base before he threw home. So maybe that's why Willie left. He thought the inning was over.
You talk about Adelano's composure. Did you see, I mean, he was with it for a long time in camp. Did you see signs of that in spring training too? Well,
he was very composed in spring training, yeah. He's been in Major League camp before, so it's, you know, that wasn't new to him. But, yeah, you know, we kept him right up to the last exhibition game, and he was with us trying to make the club, and he never showed any nervousness as he was trying to make the club, and so I think that whole experience helped him.
Obviously didn't come up for one of the starting spots. Was he in the mix there, or were you looking at him as a reliever?
We were looking more at him as a potential reliever, and knowing that if and when we sent him out that he would be a starter, and then we could use him either way when the time came, and so it was, you know, it worked out well in that respect.
Even though, like, you know, tonight's win is obviously most immediate, is it pretty exciting to watch him pitch as far as thinking what he could do for you this year and things like that? Well,
it's one game, and you know, I'm just very happy to see him throwing strikes, you know, quality strikes. The ball was sinking decent, and getting his breaking ball over, and, you know, that's a very good lineup he faced. For #1 in the league in hitting, and they score a lot of runs. So, you know, it was very impressive, but, you know, you can't take anything for granted. You got to shower that one off and go get him tomorrow. And when he toes it up again in 5 days, then we'll, you know, we'll hope he throws a good one.
Okay, guys.
Okay.